Guys. Okay, Keller William Larchmont, welcome to our second webinar. Just about a week ago, we had a 15-minute little blurb and introduced on a high level what LANDVOICE has to offer right now to help you actually crush it this summer by getting more listings. And so many of you enjoyed it, and we're asking that we do the whole presentation. So for the next, let's take about 40 minutes to go through this presentation and show you some scripts, disruptive approaches that you can use in conjunction with getting the leads, either from LANDVOICE or some other lead source, so you can have more success this summer. We're excited that you're here. All right, I am going to be your host today and your trainer. My name is Christoph Malzel. I'm VP at LANDVOICE, which is the #1 lead provider in the nation for over 27 years. I think we are probably among the oldest companies in this industry in existence today that have been there from the very beginning to provide the best seller leads. And we're still doing that today, of course, with a lot more technology than a quarter century ago. So I want you to have the scripts. Some of you already downloaded it last week. Some of you have not. So if you haven't, here's a website, landvoice.com/free downloads. It's important that you have as many up-to-date scripts as possible in front of you in this post-COVID environment. You know, we don't want to use what we have been using 2 years ago if it is a little outdated, right? So here you have really fresh material for you. Also, throughout this webinar, you're going to see little icons like this gift box, okay, usually on the right top or on the right bottom. Whenever you see that, there's an opportunity to download free things, free stuff, or to get an amazing special. So look out for that. That's a little gift for you to finish off this week on this beautiful Friday. The data I'm going to share with you comes out of LA County. I also looked a little bit across the county line into Ventura and Orange County. For those of you who are close to those areas, that will be very interesting to see what we have going on there for you if you are able to prospect there. Now, we're going to cover 5 easy and predictable listing sources right now that are most likely to get you listings during the summer and during the fall. Okay. In fact, even into the winter, so you can finish this year very strong and reach your listing goals and cap every single month, at least, right? I mean, we want you to do a lot more than just capping. The first one, we're going to dive a little bit into expireds. We did touch on that last time, but we did not get into disruptive approaches to help you differentiate yourself from other agents. So we all know it's an ideal lead source, right? They want to sell their home. They want to pay commission. So not a bad lead source to focus on every single day. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that a lot of agents across the country got into the habit of giving up calling expireds because they noticed, hey, wait a minute, it's low inventory. There used to be like 20 a day. And now I'm lucky if I have 3 or 4 a day. Well, guys, this is Christoph talking, all right? This is my philosophy. Even if I have only 1 expired a day, it's not something I'm gonna give up because it is still the #1 lead source to get listings, in my opinion. And if I'm early, timing is everything with expireds. If I'm early, then I have a chance of getting that listing. So I want you to continue doing old expireds, even if there's only 1 a day. Why? Because most expireds actually list with the first agent that contacts them. In fact, NAR tells us it's 70%. Well, this number is too high to ignore, right? So I will do everything I can to be the first one. And what will help me to be the first one? I have to have the phone number, the cell phone number ready by 8 o'clock in the morning at the latest, right? I want to have the phone number at 7:30 a.m. so I can do a little bit more research, get prepared, and be the first agent to legitimately make the call just around 8 o'clock, because that's the time when you're allowed to make phone calls. And expireds appreciate when you adhere to those kind of rules. Many of them know about it. So here's how LANDVOICE helps you be the first one. If you're a LANDVOICE client, you have access to our platform. And that platform on the left side shows you the expireds for the owners and foreclosures, neighborhood search, and all those good stuff. I would click on expireds by around 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. Hold on, I have to mute somebody here. I am so sorry to do that, but I hear background noise. So let me just do that really quick. Oh, how do you do that? Here, ask to unmute. Oh, well, I have to ask you to unmute. So anyway, so every day I would click on expired, withdrawn, and canceled. And that automatically populates all those expired, withdrawals, and cancels from your MLS in your LANDVOICE platform. Now, here's the magic. You now get the cell phone numbers. Okay, that's what LANDVOICE really does. We give you the cell phone numbers scrubbed against a do not call registry. That is a huge time saver, of course, but it also helps you to be safe and compliant because we scrub every number against the do not call registry, right? We want you to adhere to that. But that doesn't mean do not approach, right? If it's on the do not call. There's still other numbers you can call. We give you about 3 per record. And you can also send them, of course, emails or contact them on social media. I want to point out our social media, guys. We don't give you social media profiles for every single one, but we do it sometimes when we find it and we put it there. But if you have the name, the address, a phone number, it's super easy to get the social media profile. And it is not weird to send them a Facebook message, Instagram message, LinkedIn message. That is all completely legal. And I think in this environment today, it makes you stand out from everybody else. They will actually message you back and say, wow, you're the only agent that contacts me on this platform. That's pretty cool. So that is another way how you can be early, right? And actually differentiate yourself from everybody else. We also do an absentee owner lookup. And we actually the only lead provider in the nation that does it for expireds, for sale by owners, pre-foreclosures. We do an absentee owner lookup to make sure you do not call on a renter or on somebody who's not a decision maker. And we put it, if it applies, right here. The address will be different than up here. And then you know, okay, that's an absentee owner. We also scrub every number against the MLS. I mean, every record, right? So if it's expired and the next day it's sold, that status will change. Or if it's pending or active, it will change and will tell you, so you know who you can call and who you can't. So I hope that you see that this alone sets you apart from your competition, right? Because you can be earlier than them. And then by 8 o'clock, we want you to make the phone calls. A lot of you may be actually not excited. Maybe you say that's the least favorite part of my role as a real estate agent, to make calls to expireds in the morning. I don't want to be one of them who bothers them and who gets a rejection every single day. I can't deal with that. Guys, by calling early, by being the first one, you get a lot less rejection. But here's something else. You want to call at the right time, but also on the right days, okay? Every day is a great day, but the first day of the month is the strongest expired day of the entire month. We see about 3 to 4 times as many expireds on the first of every month than in any other day. Why? Because contracts expire typically at the last day of every month. Okay, the biggest expired day, by the way, is January 1st, and the second biggest is July 1st, which we just had. All right, and third, to make it more fun when you do prospecting, just lead with value. Don't come in with commission breath. Don't try to sell yourself right away. That's when people can get hung up on really quickly. And that's where you experience this high rejection rate. If you lead with value, everything changes. And you actually look forward to making that call because you already know you're different than everybody else and people actually listen to you. So let's go through a script that our top agents and clients are using that is leading with value without commission breath. Hi, this is Christoph with Keller Williams Realty. I'm calling you first thing today to let you know that you're probably getting a lot of calls today. As you probably know, your home listing expired as of midnight last night. Did your agent tell you this would happen? Let them talk. Most of them are going to tell you, no, I had no idea. You know, my sign is out there. I didn't know that anything is different. Well, I'm calling you because I want to give you some important pointers that will really help to get you through today and the rest of the week. because today alone, you probably get around 30 to 50 calls on every number that an agent can find for you. And that will include your spouse and even your children if they have cell phones. So do you have a pen and paper? Take down those tips to minimize the calls that you're getting. Guys, if you do this, that's real value, right? They take you serious. They're taking a pen and paper and say, okay, I'm ready. What do you need to look out for? And then you can say, okay, tip number 1. Oops, let me just go back there. Tip number 1, record a voicemail on your cell phone. Inform every agent that calls you today in the next couple of days that you know already that your listing expired, and that you would appreciate if they stop calling because you're already interviewing your top 2 agents. Okay, so not only do you provide value now, but you're now starting to block your competition while you provide value to that expired. And every agent who calls and he hears that voice recording on that expired number, they know that this expired has been coached, and they will stop calling. Okay. Tip number 2, make sure you inform, that is for you actually now, make sure you inform the homeowner that the number is not on the do not call registry. And most of them tell you, what is a do not call registry? And you can say, well, the do not call registry is a national database of phone numbers that makes sure that people cannot call you. And if they do call you, they can face some hefty fines. So Mr. Expired, Mrs. Expired, make sure you add your number, your spouse's number, and all your children's number to the National Do Not Call Registry. This is absolutely free. Do them an extra favor, text them the website, donotcall.gov, and they will be grateful that you did. Okay, because this will help them not only block agents' calls, but any other callers like, carpet cleaners, mortgage lenders, and so on, who will basically bother them throughout the day and throughout the week, and it becomes pretty annoying to them. So they will be grateful that you did that. Tip number 3, make sure you have a side-by-side analysis ready, outlining what you do better than the agent who let the listing expire. Look at the photos they had before, the description. Do you have better photos? Do you have a better description? Can you jazz it up a little bit? Did they do drone videos? Can you do drone videos? Make sure you mention whatever the previous agent didn't do, that you have that available, like a virtual tour, something like that. Okay. Now make sure you have the report ready and ask for the appointment. Don't be shy. By that time, you provided value. You showed them what you can do different. Now it's time to ask for the appointment. And don't be surprised if they ask you, okay, yeah, bring this report. That sounded really interesting. Bring that by today. I would like to see what my previous agent didn't do. So make sure you have that actually ready. That's why we want you to be early on every day when you call expires, so you can drop off the report right away. Our average client who does it gets about 2 to 3 deals a month just by that activity. And right now, this is not even enough. It's great. It's a great start, but you can do a lot better. Right now, you can get a lot of listings from old expireds. I'm not talking about old expireds that are like 3 weeks or even a couple months old, but 2 years old. And that might be surprising to you. That, why 2 years? Isn't that kind of outdated? Well, because of COVID, it isn't. I'm going to show you why. 2 years ago, in 2019, the average listing price in LA County was $632,000. Today, for the same home, that home appreciated by 28%, $175,000 to $807,000. Okay, so let's look at this graph. Somebody who expired in 2019 and they have not relisted. Do you think that they gave up on the market forever in 2019? Absolutely not. Usually somebody who expires and doesn't relist, in the past, it is because of price, right? They didn't get the offer that they needed at that time. So what they were thinking about is, if it was towards the end of 2019, well, let's list in 2020. That's going to be a great year. And nobody expected what would happen. When the pandemic hit, homes did not go up for sale in that year. Many of them did not. The appreciation also didn't happen right away, right? It was kind of flatlining right there. And then towards the end of 2020, it went up like a hockey stick. And that's when those expireds from 2019 thought, oh my gosh, I think 2021 is going to be a better year. All right. And they got ready. A lot of them used the stimulus money to put repairs into the home, get it ready. and now is summer. And we all know that summertime is a time when previous expires from past years try it again and put the home on the market. So because of COVID, we have now the luxury of having appreciation of 2 years, right? 1.5 to 2 years. So here's what is happening in Ventura County. I told you I would look across the border, 27% appreciation, and in Orange County, 27% as well. So if you're there, those homeowners are as motivated and have as much appreciation as you have in LA County. So let's slow it down a little bit to understand the opportunity of daily expireds and old expireds. If you go after daily expireds, yes, low inventory, yes, high competition, but that doesn't mean you should not reach out to them, because we give you the phone number by 7 o'clock every morning, Monday through Sunday. You have an extremely high chance to be the first one and beat the competition. Schedule that listing appointment, and they will, the competition will be too late. So, but if you want to get more listings, look at the old expireds from 2019 and 2020. Now, don't do all the research yourself to find out which homeowners are still, haven't sold yet, right? We do that for you. We remove the foreclosures, actives, and solds. We're the only company who has a patented technology that does it for you. Then we add the cell phone numbers to it. We do an absentee owner lookup, give you the address and the name, where they live, and the number, of course. And we make that data exclusive to you for an entire year. So you can have all the expireds from, let's say, 2018 or 19 exclusively yours. And typically we find about 25 to 50, maybe sometimes 60, 70 leads per all expired year. So that means you have now an ability, if you get 3 or 4 zip codes, to call 200 people exclusively that nobody else is calling on. And many of them will come on the market. In fact, our data experts at LANDVOICE predict that most all expireds from 2018, 19, and 20 will be either active or sold by the end of August, by the end of next month. We want you that they become your listings and not your competition's listing. Okay, that's how you make money right now. Here's a great script that you can use. You can see the gift box right here. So that's a free script for you. You can download that at the website I gave you earlier. Hi, my name is Christoph. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Realty Larchmont. It looks like you tried selling your home back in 2019. The reason why I specialize, the reason why I call you is I specialize in bringing homes back on the market that didn't sell in 2019, and your home is one of them. Did you know that home prices have risen a lot since you took your home off the market? Let them talk. They want to share with you at that point. Yeah, we heard about that. In fact, we tried putting our home on the market in 2019, but we took it off, when the pandemic hit in March, and we were thinking about doing it this year. Well, this is great. I would love to provide you with a free home evaluation that will help you, and also show you some comparable houses that recently sold in your area. I think you will be surprised at what you can sell for right now. Would you like me to drop this off this report right now, or would this afternoon or maybe evening be better? Give them like 2 or 3 options. They will pick one of them. And you will find yourself at the kitchen table doing a listing presentation. Don't be surprised if you get a lot of appointments in the first week. I'm going to share this short video so you can see what can happen to average agents when they do this type of approach.
I just wanted to thank LANDVOICE for increasing my business 81% over the last year. The first week on my LANDVOICE, I listed 10 homes. In the last 6 weeks, I've listed 17. They're the best thing I've ever done for my business. You ought to try them. Thanks and good luck.
This is Karen Hadley with Keller Williams, Kansas, Missouri. She did kind of average before she did all expireds. When she added all expireds, then she got this unusual results, right? 10 listings in the first week. This is something that can happen to you, okay? Because it's a niche, and the nichest niche right now is old expireds by far, okay? Don't miss a boat on that. Don't wait until September to say, okay, now I'm ready to do old expireds. They will already be on the market with somebody else. So be early, do it right now. It's the best time, okay? Now here's a great way that we have worked out for you to do this. we do a free lookup of all your zip codes that you text us to let you know, is it a good choice? Is it zip code available? And if it is, we reserve it for you. All you gotta do is text me your top 4 zip codes, 801-227-9909. Today's Friday. I actually took the rest of the afternoon off. I blocked it off. I have no appointments. If I get 20 text messages from you, I can look up all those zip codes and text you back and let you know, or call you back and let you know what's happening in that zip code. If it's a good one, maybe you should pick a different one or pick a different year. If you pick 2020, I may recommend 2019, right? So let me do the work for you. The lookup is free. If you want to get those leads and have us do the scrubbing and adding the phone numbers, I have a great deal for you that makes it so attractive that there's no reason why you would do all the scrubbing and spend hours and hours and hundreds of dollars to do it yourself. So normally it's $250 per zip code and past year for all expireds. For this webinar, we give you a special offer. We cut it in half, okay, $125. Now we limit that to 4 zip codes per attendee at this webinar. Okay, so do yourself a favor, text me the top 4 zip codes to 801-227-9909. I'll do the lookup and then you can choose which ones and if you want to get any of those zip codes. Now, I recommend you pick at least, you get at least one to see how well it works, how many listing appointments you get, so you can get more going forward. Okay, so let's move on to for sale by owners. Guys, for sale by owners is, in my opinion, well, for me, it's a funnest lead source, okay, to my clients as well, because we are very disruptive how we approach them. We can almost count on getting an appointment versus other agents. They almost can count on that they can get hung up on, you know, on 50 agents, 50 fishbowls if they call like you know, double or more than that. So also don't make the mistake on doing your own research with for sale by owners. In this market right now, where they list extremely fast with an agent, as soon as they become a fishbowl, they get calls from agents and they turn into an agent listing. So don't do the research yourself. You don't have the time for that. There's a much easier way. Just give us your top 2 counties. You know, probably LA County is enough for you, but if you want Ventura or Orange, I will give you to that as well. And every day by 7 o'clock, you get all your for sale by owners with the name, the address, the phone number, scrubbed against the do not call, and even the ad right here. And this is my favorite part. You can search back 6 months and capture all the fishbowls that listed in the last 6 months and have not relisted yet. It will tell you right here if it's even on the MLS now, or if it's active or sold. So you always know every day the status. I hope you can see how that saves you so much time instead of scrubbing everything and filtering everything and checking it against your MLS. Okay, that's at your fingertips every single day. So let's see how many we have in the LANDVOICE platform right now in LA County. So if you have access to LANDVOICE and you go into for sale by owners, this is what you find. You have 300 leads with all the phone numbers and information for the last 6 months. That's a lot, right? So there's actually not a reason to say I'm in a low inventory time, because with 300 leads from fishbowls alone, plus your expireds, plus your old expireds, you have a lot of calls to make and listing appointments to get. Orange County, 136. And if that is not enough for you, you may want to go into Ventura County and you have about a 58 right now. Not that many, but Orange County and LA County are definitely the winner right here. Now, be aware that most fishbowls end up listing with an agent. Now tells you right now that in your area, 91% of for sale by owners turn into a listing with an agent within the first 3 weeks. So now if you come in with a wrong script, you get what we call toddler feedback. No, I want to do it myself, right? You get rejection after rejection. And, you know, maybe after 100 calls, okay, you get an appointment. Too much waste time. The ratio is not good. We want you to actually call 10 and get 7 appointments. And here's how you can do that. If you add the value, you become the brand. All you got to do is find a way to add more value than anyone else. So let's look at a value-added script that will get you about 7 out of 10 phone calls, you get an appointment. Hi, my name is Christoph with Keller Williams Realty. And before you hang up, I'm actually not calling to get a listing from you. I know that you're getting a lot of calls, probably even today. That's not me. I'm calling you because I would like to give you access to a 24-hour marketing system, absolutely free, to help you generate more buyers. That system will track all your buyer leads, and you will never miss an opportunity to follow up. And I go even a step beyond. This system automatically pre-qualifies all the buyer leads that call on your listing. And I will give you the system absolutely free. Now, I know what you're thinking, nothing is free. What's the catch? Well, I will text you a short 1.5-minute video that will explain exactly what's in it for me, what's the catch, and what's in it for you. So take a minute to watch this video. I will call you right afterwards and see what you thought about it.
So you want to sell your home on your own? Great. Here's how I can help you sell your home without listing with me or any other agent, and I'll help you for free. I will give you access to a technology that is currently being used by the top agents in the country to sell houses faster and at higher prices than ever before. Here's how it works. I will give you your very own toll-free number with unlimited extensions to use on your ads, flyers, yard signs, social media, or anything else you use to advertise your property. This will drive significantly more potential buyers and free up your time in the process. For example, put this new toll-free number and extension on your for sale by owner sign. When a buyer calls the 800 number and enters the extension for your property, they will hear a beautiful property commercial I've had professionally recorded for you for free. Now, at the end of this recording, the buyer will hear your asking price and have the opportunity to press a button to speak with you directly, set up a showing, or submit an offer. And here's the really cool part. When the buyer hangs up, the system captures their information and the extension they called, then you receive an instant text message or email with that information. Now, if you want, you can follow up with that buyer at the peak of their interest. I will also give you a professionally created property flyer with your photos, property information, and your new 800 number for free. You can print this or use this flyer to post your house on websites like Facebook or Craigslist. All this marketing will open your house to many more buyers and help you sell your home faster and for more money. The best part about this is that you don't need any extra hardware or software. All you need is your cell phone. You are probably wondering why I do all this for free. Well, since only one buyer can purchase your home, I would like to work with the rest of the buyers who don't purchase your home. I get to help them buy other homes in the area. See how this system can help both of us? You sell your home on your own, and I get access to more potential buyers and sellers. In addition, working together will give me an opportunity to demonstrate to you the value I can bring in helping you sell your home. So if you ever do decide to list with an agent, I'd like to be the first considered. I know you will love this technology. It's simple, fantastic, and it works. If you're ready, let's get started.
It's great, isn't it? I hope you were able to notice and see how this non-commission price makes it so much more fun to prospect, because you don't have to sell yourself, because people don't ask what you can do for them and so on, and how much you charge or hang up on you if you just provide free service. The responses that you will be getting if you send this video is like, is this for real? What's in it for you again? Do you take care of the buyer sides? How do those buyers get pre-qualified? They're really curious, but they love to take advantage of anything that's free. That's the mindset usually of a for sale by owner. So just play that game, give something to them for free that is actually more valuable to them to a flower bouquet or something in front of the door with your business card, right? So what they're getting, that's the next step. You drop off a for sale by owner sign, which will give you access to completely printed with that 800 number. We do a free property commercial recording, which sounds like a Super Bowl commercial, by the way. And we give you a PDF of the flyer, which you can drop off to them. At the bottom of the flyer, we like to put your mortgage lender. Why? Because a mortgage lender of your choice and or the for sale by owner's choice will get notified of every single buyer lead automatically as a text message and email when somebody dials his extension and hangs up. the same second like you, that mortgage lender gets the same message and can start the pre-qualification process. So now you have a three-way alliance built with the for sale by owner, the mortgage lender, and you to warm up that for sale by owner towards the idea of listing with you when they fail of finding their own buyer or working with that buyer. Before you know it, they have a relationship with you and they're going to ask you questions and you can get that listing. Meanwhile, you capture all those buyer leads within that neighborhood and you know who wants to move into that neighborhood. You scratch off the buyer the FSBO is currently working with before they become your listing, and you have buyers for other sellers. So you don't have to track it on your own. That system actually that we give you has a platform where you track all the buyer leads. You record your own voicemails if you want to, and the commercials, or you have us do it. And you can even send us the address of the for sale by owner, and we send you the marketing material right away, all through this app. You can also use it on your own existing listings, or when you have an expired appointment or any appointment that you have, maybe with a pre-foreclosure, we give you marketing material with an 800 number, different voicemail recordings with this non-confrontational number, which generates a lot more buyer leads. Okay, make sure you download that script and also a free ebook, how to get more listings from for sale by owners and expireds with a call capture system. We developed it actually in Southern California several years ago. And we have some agents, they are listing 100 for sale by owners a month. No, not a month, a year with that system. Okay, year after year, about 100. So even if you just do a fraction of that and maybe do 10, this will already be more than worth it. So let's talk about pre-foreclosures before we get to our last lead source. Pre-foreclosures is by far the hottest lead source in LA County because you have more than anywhere else in the entire country. We have, I'm going to show you in a second how many we have, but this is how we get the pre-foreclosures to you. We give you the name, address, phone number, scrubbed against the do not call. Every single day, we give you a date range window right here where you can search back 6 months or year to date, or even all the way back to 2012. Now we want you to go back to January 1st, 2020. Why? Because most of them in 2020 actually never went into foreclosure, right? They got an extension that went into June 2021. And now they're talking to bankers, mortgage lenders, and so on, attorneys even, to see what they can do to save their home from going into foreclosure. And many of them don't even want to do that. They just want to get the property sold and list with an agent to take advantage of the hot offers that are being written right now. So how many pre-foreclosures do we have in the LANDVOICE system right now in LA County? Year to date, 1,551. That's a lot. Guys, in most areas around the country, that number is maybe 100, maybe 150. Now, if you go back to January 1st, 2020, you have 10,391, and the vast majority of that has not gone into foreclosure yet. Okay, so you have plenty of time talking to those homeowners. So there's really no shortage of leads. If we go to Ventura County, here's a number for that, 827, and Orange County, 2,621. I'm going to play this short testimonial of Christina Griffin in Tampa, Florida, which she's with Keller Williams. Gary Keller actually asked her to do pre-foreclosure classes throughout 2021 through Keller Williams Maps, because she's crushing it with pre-foreclosures. She's getting every single lead from LANDVOICE because she found that this is the most accurate data.
We are absolutely crushing it on LANDVOICE. The pre-foreclosure data is spot on. Our team in less than 3 weeks has 17 listings. I highly recommend it. We're getting ready to go through a shift. A lot of us are already in the shifted market, and leveraging the pre-foreclosure data and getting back to things that worked 10 years ago in short sales has been super powerful for us. So highly recommend it.
So of course I asked her, this is amazing. You're getting about 65 closings a quarter from pre-foreclosures. Tell us a secret to your script. And she said, well, to know the secret to the right script, make sure you don't use the wrong one. And that is a wrong one here. I saw your home is going into foreclosure, or you ended up on my pre-foreclosure list. Let me help you. I don't want you to go into foreclosure. Every time you call a pre-foreclosure out on the status of the mortgage, they get defensive, or maybe just hang up on you or say, take me off your list. Why? Because it's quite insensitive to call somebody out as a stranger on an embarrassing financial private fact, right? They don't know that's public data. So don't use that script. Rather, Christina says, I'm using this script time after time. I don't even change it. It works. I'm getting appointments and people like me, especially pre-foreclosures. They like me because I treat them like a regular neighbor. Hi, I'm calling everybody in the neighborhood today because home prices are up. And I was just wondering, if you were offered the right price for your home, would you be willing to sell? Or, I know your home isn't for sale right now, but have you ever thought about selling? Guys, I know that you want to write down the script, but we have it for you as a download, okay? So why are those scripts great? Because you uncover the motivation of a pre-foreclosure. They will tell you after you say this sentence, yeah, we thought about it, or no, we're not interested in selling. You find right away, what the motivation is, and you can ask follow-up questions because you know something that they don't know that you know, okay, that they're in pre-foreclosure. Just don't mention that, but you can do follow-up questions that further on unveil their motivation. So download that script and even a great video at this website, landvoice.com/free downloads, and make sure, guys, you get those scripts, those leads from us. They're just too many to leave, ignored. All right. Lead source number 5, geofarming. I love geofarming because I know that listings have babies. Every time you or your competition makes a peep about real estate in any area in your neighborhood, you can almost bet on it that other homeowners just around that one within a mile radius will come up for sale, or buyers come out of it, okay? It is not unusual that one sign goes up and within a week, 2 weeks, other signs go up in the same area. It's almost contagious. So what you want to do is every time there is a real estate activity, you want to prospect to the neighbors immediately, taking advantage of that contagious reaction. So what you need is their phone numbers, their names, and their addresses, and add them to your database every single time. That's how databases grow usually, right? By those type of activities. So we developed for the last 2 years the best neighborhood search tool that this industry has ever seen. We make it part of every LANDVOICE bundle without even increasing our cost. Okay, we just put it out there. We know that a lot of you are paying right now $200 or $300 a month for a product that is not even as accurate and as good, just to get phone numbers and neighborhood details. So we find the cell phone numbers and a lot more information with our new neighborhood search tool. I'm going to play this really short video so you can see what it entails.
It takes a lot of work to become the trusted real estate agent in the neighborhood. You really need to know a lot about the area and be connected with everyone. That's easy with the new neighborhood search from LANDVOICE. Neighborhood search makes it simple to create prospecting and marketing lists in specific neighborhoods to build connections, establish trust, and fill your sales pipeline with potential buyers and sellers. In just a few clicks, you'll have a list of homeowner names, addresses, property details, and phone numbers so you can do what you do best, connect. You'll see if it's a home or mobile number, and all phone numbers on the National Do Not Call Registry are indicated. Use the built-in search filters to narrow your search to specific types of properties or property features to help you focus your time on the properties or homeowners that matter to you most right now. Neighborhood search is perfect for finding new clients and for finding current contact information to reconnect with your past clients. Use neighborhood search to create targeted mailing lists to let neighbors know of your new listings or properties you just sold, to advertise your open houses or for branding campaigns. Use it to identify new buyers, sellers, and investors to build your sphere of influence in a specific neighborhood. You can even export your lists and add them to your favorite CRM marketing system, or mailing tool. Organize your list right in the application. Use notes, tags, and favorites to keep track of your interactions and your followers. LANDVOICE Neighborhood Search arms you with the data you need to become the trusted real estate expert in your neighborhood. Sign up today and watch your business grow.
Extremely powerful, guys. The number one question we get is, well, how many neighbors or how many individuals can I actually capture in a month with phone numbers? It's a limit. So we actually set the limit at 3,000. That's probably a lot more than you ever need in a month. But if you want to grow or add 9,000 people to your database, you can do that within 1 quarter, every single quarter, in fact, with that neighborhood search tool. And like I said, we make it a part of any bundle at LANDVOICE once you're a client at no extra cost. Okay. Gary Keller always says your business or your database is your business, right? As your database grows, as you add more people, as you connect with them, the value of your business grows at the same rate. So make sure you take advantage of that. We are so excited because we worked hard for 2 years to come up with this incredible product. So a lot of you are asking actually, what is the pricing? Can I get it as a bundle? And what is the discount? So here you go. Every day you get the daily expired neighborhood search, daily for sale by owners, and 6 months back, pre-foreclosures as far back as you want, and call capture, which, guys, this tool, I would not call a single FISPA without giving them call capture for free because they don't want to say no to that. So that makes all the difference. And you notice my passion when I talked about old expireds, because I know that the window of opportunity and how much success our clients are having right now with getting listings from old expireds. We put all this together in one bundle for you. We call it the Elite Bundle. Now, regular pricing is $19.97 a year. Okay, that is what you find out on our website, or if you call into the floor. The webinar special for you, and I know that you expected a special, so I want to make this available to 7 of you. I put 7 seats aside for that at half price, $9.97. How can you get it? Just text the word Elite right now to me, 801-227-9909. The reason why I say right now is because in order as received, we reserve one of those seats for you. And just that you can see on our website that this is not something I made up. The price is $19.97 a year, right? So your deal of $9.97 is incredible. Congratulations to those who texted already, and I have a couple seats left. So make sure you take advantage of that. And also, the first 7, you get an old expired zip code and year for free. Some of you already texted your zip codes, so you expected to pay for that. You actually don't have to pay at all if you get one of those, lucky enough to get one of those 7 seats for Elite. Okay, with that, you are at the end of our webinar today. Any questions I can answer right now. You can unmute yourself and ask me questions, or you can text or call me at this number. That's my cell phone number. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on. We just had the 4th of July offer last week. I extended it through today, Friday, because I had this webinar today. I knew that, so I wanted you to not miss out on that. You get 2 additional months for that year subscription, absolutely free for the first 7. Okay, so now you get 14 months. That's gonna save you another couple $100 with that subscription. So I hope that took out all the stops and everything, and you can see the value, and you took advantage of the free scripts that I shared with you, and have new ways now that you can get more listings throughout the summer, fall, and winter. All right, and with that, I wanted to invite maybe, is Cameron there or somebody else who wants to maybe